Hi, I'm John DeWorkin.
And I'm Sunnie Harmon, and we're with LobbySC, a pro-business government relations firm based here in South Carolina.
And we just finished week number 18, which means Sine has come and gone, and the legislative session is, for the most part, over.
And this is the second year of a 2-year session, so any bills that were not passed by both bodies or named to a conference committee by 5 p.m. on May 12th are dead, and we'll have to start the entire legislative process over in 2023, and we'll talk about some of those bills that are dead.
Yeah, that's right. So before we do that, just a reminder that the legislature does come back June 15th, where they'll take up budget vetoes, they'll take up...
Well, they'll take up the budget.
Oh yeah, they'll take up, thank you. They'll take up the budget, and they'll take up...
conference reports and any governor vetoes that may have happened by then.
Thank you, Sunnie. So let's talk about some of the bills that did not make it to the governor's desk. Medical cannabis, Senate Bill 150.
Up in smoke.
Up in smoke. Certificate of need did not pass this year.
And that was the bill to abolish the certificate of need.
That's right. Hate crimes really didn't get any legs at all this year. And then
on the Senate side, it passed the House.
Yeah, it passed the House on the Senate side. And then DHEC reform, Senate Bill 2, passed the Senate, and then over in the House. I know that the Ways and Means Committee amended it, but it really just didn't get to the finish line.
Didn't get to the finish line, so it's dead as well.
That's right. So we've got leadership changes this year. Last year we had a lot of Senate leadership changes in the House. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so of course we've got on the Senate side, new Senate Finance Chair, new Senate President, new Senate LCI Chairman that started earlier in the year. And now we have a new Speaker of the House, Speaker Merle Smith, as of 5:01 on Sunnie on May 12th, and then Gary Simrel stepped down as Majority Leader and is taking over as the Ways and Means Chair, but he's retiring, so eventually there'll be a new Ways and Means Chairman as well. And then you've got Davey Hyatt becoming the Majority Leader.
That's right, and so that opened up the House Ag Committee chairmanship, which then went to Bill Hickson out of North Augusta. So lots of leadership changes in the House. Let's talk about some of the bills that passed, now that we talked about some of the bills that died. Military retirement benefits, the bill 3247 that would exempt military retirement benefits from South Carolina income tax. That actually, I saw on Facebook, was the Speaker of the House's first bill that he ratified. I think he was very, very excited about that. Also, housing tax credits. House Bill 5075 has got a $20 million cap on that.
This is a response to the low-income housing tax credit that was much higher fiscal impact than they initially anticipated. So to save that program, because it's an important program for affordable housing, it's now going to have a $20 million cap on it.
That's right. SC Wins, which has been in a proviso the last couple of years, South Carolina Workforce Industry Needs Scholarship, which basically incentivizes students at our technical college system to take curriculum that the workforce has said, hey, we need more people, nursing, CDL drivers, construction. So that passed.
And then tax reform is always a big one out there. Senate Bill 1087 is going to be in a conference committee. So basically, the Senate had a version of tax cuts or tax reform.
From 7 to 5.7%, right?
Yeah, for income tax, and then also lowering the manufacturing tax down to 6%, and then also $1 billion rebate.
Yeah, that's right.
And that also included the military incentives as well. And then on the House side, theirs would lower it from 7% to 6.5%, and then phase it down to 6% over 5 years.
That's right.
So that'll have to get worked out in conference committee, and that's got a big impact on what the budget's going to look like.
That's
too,
right.
Because obviously there's a big
and speaking
difference.
of the budget, they're in the process right now, and as Sunnie mentioned earlier, you want to talk a little bit about where they are in the process?
So a conference committee has been established, and for those of you who aren't aware of a conference committee, when the House and Senate pass a bill that has differences, when either side amends it, the House will appoint a conference committee to defend the House's version of that bill.
That's right.
And then the Senate will appoint one to defend the Senate's version, and that's
right.
the job of that conference committee. So both of those have been established, and the interesting thing is, so for that income tax reduction bill, and the budget has the same conference committee. So on the House side, you've got the new speaker, Merle Smith. You've got Gary Simrell, who's now the new Ways and Means Chair, and then Minority Leader Todd Rutherford. And then on the Senate side, you've got Senate President Thomas Alexander, Senate Finance Chair Harvey Peeler, and then Nikki Setzler, who is a veteran from the Senate side to defend their version.
And we'll talk more about the budget in the next couple of weeks and tell you what they did exactly with the budget. But Sunnie, that's about all we have for today, isn't it?
That's it. So we'll see you back here the week of June 15th. And thanks for tuning in. You can find out more by visiting us at LobbySC.com.